Okay, so let's go through how we're going to work these sleeves now. Okay, so it's a raglan design. We've left a space for these sleeves. Still haven't worked in those tails. Do you know that might actually be quite annoying? It's okay. I'll just pull them through for now and weave them in at the end. Okay, so with the back part of the jumper facing you, and that's where our little knot is at the very bottom. So if you're not sure, that's where it is. First, we're going to work this right sleeve. Okay, so if that's the back, that's the right sleeve, that's the left sleeve, that's the front. So in this right sleeve, so the idea for the sleeves is that we should have 8 stitches there. I'm going to remove these stitch markers because we don't really need them anymore. So for the sleeves, like for the hem, we're working into the normal stitches here, not into the V spaces. Yeah, so we've got our normal stitches there. There should be 7 stitches all the way around this white bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for the right hand sleeve, sorry, this is the back, it's this one. We're going to add our yarn in the second one from the back. So can you see, this is the first one, this is the second one. This is where we're going to join our yarn. So I'm going to be copying this jumper, so we're going to have the sleeves white. Obviously when you're making it, you can make them all kinds of colours, whatever tickles your fancy. But I will be using white for this. Slip stitch. Now we go into here. Pull that through. There we go. Then we do a chain 1 to secure. Right, so now into the same stitch, we're going to work a half double crochet, which is a yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, you should have 3, and then you yarn over and go through all 3. Okay, so we've done that once. Then we do 5 more half double crochets. Okay, so into each of the next 5 stitches, we do 5 half double crochets. So yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, we have 3, yarn over, go through all 3. Yarn over, put it into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 3, yarn over, go through all 3. Yarn over to the next one, another half double crochet, yarn over into the next one, another half double crochet. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it looks like we need to do 1 more to make it 6 in total. Oh no, sorry, it's 5 in total. That's right. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in total. Okay, and remember that first one was into the same place where we attached our yarn. So we didn't go into the next one to do a first one. We went back into the same hole. So now we're going to do half double crochet 2 together. So we are joining things. Instead of doing 2 in one hole, we're spreading 1 over 2 holes. But here is the challenging bit. Our stitches have now disappeared. Yeah, because now we're working into these V's, and these V's are less clear. So what we're going to do is, can you see this V? This V space is our next stitch. The one after that is this V space in the row below. And then this V space and this V space. Okay, so again, I'm just showing you. Our next stitches for the under part of the sleeve are in this V space, then in this V space, then in this V space, and here. Okay, and here we're going to be joining half double crochets together. So we're going to do half of a half double crochet, yarn over into this V space, go in, pull up a loop. Now if we were finishing this half double crochet, I would do yarn over and pull through 3, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to yarn over and go into this space and come out here in the middle of the sleeve, pull up a loop, and actually if you look, I've got 5 loops on my hook. And then I do yarn over and go through all 5, and that combines those 2 stitches into 1 stitch up here. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing. Oh no, do you know what? I missed a stitch. Sorry, my fault. My fault. After we've worked back 5 half double crochets, remember there's 1 stitch remaining. So our first half double crochet 2 together is between this and this. Yarn over into this last stitch, pull up a loop. We now have 3. Yarn over, go into this space and pull up a loop, and now we have 5. Yarn over, go through all 5. That's our first of 3 half double crochets all together. We have 2 more to do. The next one will be between this and this. Okay, so yarn over, we go into this space and out where the sleeve is, pull up a loop. We now have 3, but we don't finish. We yarn over, this bit's a bit tricky, and we go into this next, so we go into this next V space here, and again, come out where the sleeve is, which is there, and then we have to grab our yarn to pull up a 5th loop, 5, yarn over, go through all 5. And now we've got 1 left, get rid of this tail, is between this space and this first one that we didn't put anything in yet. So yarn over into here, pull up a loop, okay, and then yarn over, go underneath this stitch, pull up a 5th loop, 5, yarn over, go through all 5, okay, and then we have to do slip stitch into the top of this, and we need to have 8 stitches when we've done this. So in a second I'm going to count and check. So that's our first bit of that sleeve. Okay, I'm going to pull this tail through as well because it's really in my way. Right, let's count. Okay, this is our slip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stitches. So now, once we've done that, it's really simple. We do chain 1, and then we do basically 8 half double crochets all the way around. And remember, the first one is right here, right underneath. You don't miss that one. So can you see? You've done your chain 1, trying to make this visible, and your first one is right here, right underneath where you are. Okay, oh, and I forgot, you meant to yarn over first, then go in, pull up a loop, and yarn over through 3. And you do that all the way round. There we go. All the way round. There. And there. And there. Ooh. And here. And there's one down here, right in the armpit, or underarm, I should say. Oh no, there's one more. There. Good. And then we do a slip stitch into the top of that first one. And we should still have 8 stitches. So let's check. Let's check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brilliant. So now this next row will have 1 decrease, just 1. Okay, so we will do chain 1. So this row has 8, we want the next row to have 7. So what we do is we do 2 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and then at the top of the sleeve, so we want our one and only 2 half double crochets together to be up here on the sleeve, not down here, not here, but up here, which will give it this lovely slant. Okay, so we've done 2, and now we're going to work 2 together. So yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you've got 3, yarn over into the next one, pull up a loop, you now have 5, yarn over, go through all 5. That's our decrease right at the top of the sleeve. And then it's just 1 half double crochet into each one after that until, oh, whoops, almost did a double crochet then, until you get to the end. Okay, there. And there, and whoops, and there. So we should have 7 now, but first I'll do the slip stitch. There we go, slip stitch. And now let's check that we've got 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So the next row is just 1 half double, so do chain 1, 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way around. So it should have 7 again. So yarn over, go into there, 1, 2, a bit fiddly this, you just need to keep rotating, 3, 4, 5, oh, didn't go through both loops of that one, 6, and 7. And now a slip stitch. Lovely. And that is almost finished now. All we need to do now is just to work 1 single crochet into each of these. So we're doing exactly the same as we did down here, but on the sleeve. And you can see it's a very short stitch. The half double crochet is a longer stitch and the single crochet is a short stitch. And so what we do here is chain 1, and then we just do 1 single crochet into each one, all the way around. And this shouldn't take very long. There we are. It's lovely. One left, because there's only 7, not very many at all. And then we just do a slip stitch into the top of the very first one, chain 1 and cut the yarn. And there is our little sleeve. Looking good, eh? There we are. And then we'll obviously weave this in. So let's not do that now because you know how to do that. So we'll work the other sleeve. Now that was our right sleeve. Now we're going to do the left sleeve. So same thing again. Slip knot. Now this time, because we want all of our attaching of the yarn to be on the back of the sweater, it's important that we work the sleeves in a slightly different order. So it's not just a case of copying what we've done on the right one on the left. Okay, so because we still want our knot to be squarely on the back. So for the left sleeve, what we do is we're going to attach our yarn into the 6th stitch. Okay, so first, here, first, second, third, 4th, 5th, 6th. So it's the second to last one. This is the last one. This is the second. So on the back of the sweater, it's the second one out. So we're going to attach that there. Oh, come on. There we are. Secure that with a quick chain 1. So now that we've done that, we then work just 1 half double crochet before we start working the half double crochets together that we did in the underarm. Okay, that's because on the other side we started here and went that way. Here we're starting here and we're doing the underarm first and then doing the top of the sleeve. So that's why it's a slightly bit different. So yarn over, we go back into the same stitch that we just attached our yarn in, and we do a half double crochet. It's really tight, this one, for some reason. There we go, half double crochet. Now we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, go into this last loop, pull up a loop, don't complete, go into this gold V space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Oh, hang on, I forgot to yarn over again. Yarn over, in there, under there. Now we have 5, yarn over and pull through all of them. Okay, then we're going to work into, just like on the other side, this V space and this V space. Okay, so yeah, these are the most tricky ones. Into the first V space, pull up a loop, yarn over into the second V space on the opposite side, into the sleeve hole, pull up a loop. Now we have 5, yarn over, pull through all 5. We have 1 more half double crochet 2 together. Remember, we had 3 in that first row, so we've only done 2 so far. So yarn over into this gold V space. Oh, I don't think I went in the V space there. There we go. Yarn over, 3, yarn over into this very first stitch now. The proper stitch here, into that first V, pull up a loop. Now we've got 5, yarn over, pull through all 5. So now that we've done all of our decreases, we now just do a single half double crochet in all of the remaining 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, there we are, and 4. Great, and now we can do a slip stitch. And how many should we have? We should have 8 stitches, so let's check that. Just going to pull this white tail out of the way first, so it's not making it hard for us to count. And again, oh gosh, where has it gone? And then I will weave it in at the end. Right, so let's count. 1, 2, oh, it's not the clearest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great, so now the second row of the sleeve is just chain 1 and then a half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. 1, there should be 8 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ugh, 7, and 8. And now a slip stitch into the top of that very first one. I know we've got 8 because I've been counting. Chain 1, and now we're going to do another decrease, remember. Remember, we wanted that decrease to be right at the top of the sleeve. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it straight away. So we've done our chain 1, and then we're going to do a decrease. Not going to finish that, going to the next one. Then we've got 5, pull it through all 5, and then it's just a half double crochet into each stitch for the next 6 stitches. It should give us a grand total of 7 in this round. There we are. And this one. Oh. Don't worry if you get a bit of cramp in your hands after making these. I do too. There we go. And then a slip stitch. Now we should have 7. Let's count. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So now we do chain 1. And then it's just half double crochet into each of those 7 stitches. So we have a second row of 7 stitches. 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. There. And as I said, this bit can get a bit tricky, but if you've done any amigurumi, should be fine because you'll be used to these tight corners. But if this is your first smallish project, you might find it a bit tricky. Just remember, it's a skill, so it's something that you're not born with, you have to learn. So the first few times are always going to be trickier. Stick with it, it's well worth it. And next time will be easier, and the time after that will be easier again. So, and now it's just that little row of single crochets all the way around. So chain 1, and this time we're just going into these stitches, no yarn over at the beginning, go straight into the stitch, pull up a loop and yarn over, go through 2. That's our single crochet all the way around, one of the shortest stitches that we use in crochet. Here we are. And then we do a slip stitch and then chain 1, cut the yarn and pull it tight. There we are. So that is a finished little sweater. Can you see? Pretty good. Now all that's left is to attach this little hanging loop. And that's super simple. You find the back of your sweater, which is usually here, okay? And what you do is you cut yourself a nice little loop, just a bit of white yarn, and then you grab your needle, because this will help you. And you want to start fairly low down, because you don't want to see the knot. So you start low down and work your needle up through the back part. Leave that end long there, and then you go down the opposite side, also at the back on the inside. at an even distance from the center. Pull that through, but don't pull it through completely, so you still want to leave a loop. There's the loop. Pull up the loop a little bit, don't lose your ends, and then it depends how long you want your loop to be, but probably that's quite good for most Christmas trees. Just going to compare it, might be a tad too long, so I'm just going to shorten it a tiny bit. There we go, that looks pretty good, like that. And then what we do is we just make a knot. Oh, I don't know if any of you saw that. Just an ordinary knot like this. And we tighten it right up at the end there. Pull it tight, walk it all the way down. Brilliant. Then we pull this taut and then we just chop off these bits and tuck that little tail in there. And there you go. All done. And of course these we will weave in, but I'm not going to waste your time with that now. I know you can do that. There we are. 2 lovely little sweaters that are ready to go on the Christmas tree. I hope you enjoy making them. Please do send me some comments or some suggestions, any issues that you're having, and I really hope you enjoy them as much as I do.